Stop what you're doing, right now, because the next coin you pull out of your pocket could be worth way more than you think. Yes, I'm talking about the 2021 Washington Crossing the Delaware quarter. This isn't just any piece of loose change, it could be a hidden treasure worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Sound crazy? Well, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this quarter so valuable, how to spot a rare one, and whether the one in your hand might just be your ticket to an unexpected payday. Let's go back to 2021. After the U.S. Mint wrapped up its 12-year, America the Beautiful, quarter series, they dropped something bold and historic, a one-year-only design honoring a powerful moment in American history. The Washington Crossing the Delaware quarter shows General George Washington standing tall in a boat, leading his troops across the icy Delaware River during the Revolutionary War. This isn't just some symbolic image. This was a real, daring mission on Christmas night, 1776. On the front side of the coin, they brought back the original portrait of Washington by John Flanagan, the one used from 1932 through 1998. So what you've got here is a blend of history, drama, and beautiful design, all packed into one modern coin. Now, millions of these were minted, especially from the Denver Mint, which is where the D Mint mark comes from. So yes, most 2021 D quarters are worth, well, a quarter. But a select few are in a league of their own, and some are selling for serious cash. Why? Because of errors, condition, and rarity. Let's talk about what makes the valuable ones stand out. First, minting errors. These are like golden tickets in the coin world. One of the biggest ones tied to this coin is the so-called hat error, or crown die chip. That's when extra metal appears around Washington's hat, thanks to a small break in the die that struck the coin. It looks like a little blob or horn sticking out of his head, and believe it or not, people are paying up to $200 for it, even if it's been in circulation. The bigger and clearer the die chip, the more it's worth. So get that magnifying glass out and look closely. Other errors include cut breaks. Those are big raised blobs on the coin's edge where part of the die actually broke off. Then there are struck-through errors, where something like grease or debris got between the die and the coin blank, leaving part of the design missing or distorted. There are also off-center strikes, where the whole design is shifted. Depending on how extreme the error is, those can be worth hundreds or even more. Imagine flipping through your change and finding one of those. Now let's talk condition. This is where grading comes in. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, higher means better condition, fewer marks, and more sharpness in the details. A regular 2021 D quarter might be worth 25 cents. But the same coin in mint state 67 or 68 condition? That's where the money is. One graded MS 68 has already sold for over $1,500. If someone ever finds one in MS 69 or even MS 70 condition, it could break the 5-figure mark. These ultra-high grades are super rare. They usually come from rolls or bags that were never touched, straight from the mint. So if you've got a clean-looking coin, sharp details, and no visible wear, it might be worth sending in for grading. But how do you actually check for all this stuff? First, examine the coin under a light. Look at Washington's hat, his coat, and the water below the boat. Any extra blobs, cracks, or missing design details could be signs of an error. Then check the coin's edges. Make sure they're evenly struck and not missing anything. If the coin looks unusually shiny, uncirculated, or just pristine, that's a good sign too. You can even weigh it. A normal clad quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. If it's heavier or lighter than that, it could be a planchet error, a wrong metal strike. Those are extremely rare but super valuable. And here's the kicker. If you think you've got something good, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Yes, it costs a bit of money, but a graded coin is verified, preserved, and way easier to sell, especially if it turns out to be a high-grade or error coin. There's a reason collectors trust third-party grading. It separates the real treasures from the ordinary stuff, and add serious credibility to your find. So let's put this all together. You've got a one-year-only coin with an epic design, historical significance, known minting errors, and growing collector interest. The 2021 Washington Crossing the Delaware quarter might just be one of the hottest modern coins out there. Whether it's an error, a high-grade gem, or something totally unique, this little quarter could change your financial future. And the best part? It might already be sitting in your wallet, your pocket, or that jar of change by the door. So before you spend that next quarter, give it a second look. You could be holding onto a piece of modern American history, and a potential jackpot. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you found any cool coins lately. And hey, check your change. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting.